Hi, Penelope here. Today I'm going to talk about birth choices. So I've been working as a birth professional for 18 years, and I'm a very zoom out kind of person. I've been to a lot of births in the hospital, out of the hospital, in homes, in clinics, in emergency rooms, in labor and delivery rooms, and I've seen that particular types of births working with families work really well for certain people and not so well for other people. So I'm essentially taking my knowledge and my experience working as a birth professional and having 3 very different births of my own. And I'm going to lay out for you a whole spectrum of 7 different types of births that you could choose, birth options going into the delivery. And about 5 different things about each that might qualify, that might make it a really appropriate choice for you. Okay, so here we go. Birth choices. The first choice. So the first choice will be the most interventive, which is having an obstetrician and scheduling a cesarean delivery. Excuse your plane overhead. So if you are appropriate for this choice, here are some qualifications that might fit you. You love doctor visits. Having a condition gives you a sense of purpose, and you're cool having long-term reasons to need to go to the doctor later in your life. Some people might say you're OCD, and spirituality is for weirdos, and you have to have life in a particular way. If this describes you, a scheduled cesarean with an obstetrician might be a good choice for you. Okay? Second choice, have an obstetrician and do what the doctor says. Okay? So in this case, you will most likely have an induced delivery sometime in the last 3 weeks of gestation. That's what most people get. You'll see that in the business of being born. It's very well laid out what kind of the mainstream, that this I would call really a mainstream choice. So in this case, you're the kind of person who's really unfazed by things. You might, any kind of abuse that comes your way, it just kind of doesn't hit you, doesn't really land. You're just like totally solid no matter what. But you do care what your family and your friends think, and you care about the status quo, and you want to do what the normal thing to do is, okay? You think this whole empowered woman movement is kind of weird and unhelpful, and you like routine and predictability, okay? The idea of obstetric violence doesn't faze you either. You're just like, yeah, whatever, I'm unfazed. Okay, so if that's you, then having an obstetrician and just doing what they say is a good choice. Okay, that would be appropriate. So the third choice is have an obstetrician and hire a doula. Okay, so if you're this person, you enjoy fighting the system, you enjoy being in the system, and you enjoy advocating for yourself and fighting for what you believe, okay? You also really appreciate support. Maybe going against some family ideas is okay with you. You want medical intervention, and but the idea of obstetric violence totally abhors you, and you want a softer experience, okay? So in this case, an obstetrician with a doula just may be a good choice, may be appropriate for you. Okay, so 4. 4 is being in the hospital with a midwife, maybe a certified nurse midwife, okay? And in this case, you believe that the medical system is required to ensure your safety, or at least required for as an insurance. You don't want birth trauma, and you don't want to have to deal with any birth trauma postpartum. Your friends and family are important to you, and what they think does matter quite a bit. You want a kinder, gentler birth experience for you and your baby, maybe a little less separation postpartum. But you are okay with medical intervention if it seems necessary, and even a cesarean, if that is what is required, you're okay with it. Okay? 5, home birth licensed midwife. So, in this case, with the choice of a licensed midwife at home, you are low risk, okay? You want to be independent of the medical industrial complex, but you want a skilled professional there offering you health care, okay, at your birth. You're cool going against public opinion, maybe even some friends and family. You want to evolve and grow spiritually through this process of birth, and you want to go through that proverbial fire of childbirth, okay? So if this is true for you, an appropriate choice would be a home birth with a licensed midwife. 6, unlicensed midwife home birth, okay? So you're not low risk. You may not qualify for a licensed midwife. Maybe your blood pressure or blood sugar is high. Maybe you have a previous cesarean. And so a licensed midwife might not be permitted to take care of you. So you might have to look outside of that, okay? You're determined to do this naturally. You can withstand criticism of friends and family and even strangers. You have a strong inner knowing that this is best for you, and you want help and counsel, you want support, you want another set of eyes there with you just to help you see that everything is going well and that you can indeed stay home safely. Okay, so that's the 6th choice, unlicensed midwife at home. 7, free birth. This is a new trend. Or maybe it's not new. I think it's something we've done for generations as well. You're a total DIYer, okay? You're okay if your whole idea of reality blows up. You're okay with that, okay? You have a very strong calling to do it this way. You're educated about the process and you're supported. You're just generally a strong person, and you realize that this path is a shamanic one and you welcome it. So these are the 7 different profiles, and I hope this helps you see that there's no good, bad, right, wrong, but there is something that would be more appropriate and less appropriate based on who you are, what your values are, and what it is you want. So if you would like a print copy of this, email me and I'll send it to you. JupiterMoonMidwife@gmail.com. So go ahead and shoot me an email, say I want a copy of the print of that birth choices, and I'd be happy to send it along. Blessings to you, and I hope you're well.